Welcome, Taurus, to your in-month reading. Hope you friends are doing great out there. If you friends like this, hit that big old like button and subscribe. Okay, guys, let's see what's going on with you in the end of the month. Getting ready for that July pretty quick here. This year is moving very fast. Okay. And I know I keep saying that because every time I turn around, it seems like I just did mid-month and now I'm doing in-month. Okay. And remember, guys, the Saturn is retrograde at this time, right? So, being that it is retrograde, there's a lot of things going on, right? Okay. First card coming out is the Nine of Pentacles, talking about the fruits of your labor, feeling very comfortable, knowing that it feels like it's in game. Whatever goal that you were looking for, it's going to be like, now I'm starting to feel all these rewards finally really paying off, really feeling like you're in the spotlight of the center of it all. And really, that's it. It's a different kind of spotlight, though. It's not the spotlight where I'm like limelighting. It's the spotlight of finally the universe is reaching out, looking at me, and letting me live that luxury, feel that luxury, and feel those rewards that I've been waiting for. It's been a long and anxious time coming, that is, right? So there does, there did seem like there was a lot of strategy that had to take place within this situation. You may have even had to be on guard against other people when it comes to this situation, or against your own self from self-sabotage, Seven of Swords, right? So there was a lot of things that were going on, when it comes to how I was going to get these rewards. There could even been some kind of competition, right, around you. But it's definitely talking about leaving the past behind and moving forward towards a new future. So I love that because it's the Six of Cups in reverse. It's saying I'm not living in the past, I'm living in the present, and I'm moving past those past betrayals. I'm moving past that anxiety. I'm moving right into this area of where I know, where I feel comfortable, and what is serving me well, right? Mentally, stably, emotionally, financially, lovingly, right? Whichever area of your life that you know that you are winning. Because this is really what this is. This is the end game of I win. I'm winning in this situation. Clarify on why we are winning in this situation. You're winning in this situation because you've become the natural born leader. You're overcoming the challenges and starting to really understand the bigger picture to the situation. And it does feel like as you are moving into this kind of vortex, guys, if you didn't watch the manifestation video about the vortex and, aligning yourself with the universe, go ahead and watch that video. You can find it in the playlist. Because really that's what it's talking about, and understanding where I'm moving, seeing the bigger picture. Sometimes it takes a long time before we can actually really even look back to see what the bigger picture is. But if you look back right now, as you're receiving these rewards, and you look back 5, 6, 7 months ago, even maybe 3 months ago, a month ago, and you look and see where you've come from, you will notice, whoa, I have become a visionary. I have overcome many challenges, and I am not really the same person. I am more aligned with the universe, right? As I am reaping my rewards. I've stepped out of self-limiting beliefs, and I have released any kind of negative thoughts. So it's kind of like looking back into the past of where it now feels like I have the freedom and the understanding, a bigger understanding, and opening up to this new perspective, right? This is Eight of Swords in reverse. That's the bigger perspective. And it's also releasing yourself from your own prison in your mind, right? That was where the fear and the hopelessness, and I don't know if this is coming together, right? But now you can actually start seeing that self-development. You're starting to see where it's all mending together, right? It could have even been to the point to where you started losing motivation, right? That still kept pushing forward, even though sometimes forward, we don't know where the hell that is, but we do know we have a goal in mind. I actually hope and pray right now that Spirit gives us a star card, because that's exactly what this is about. This is about that rejuvenation of saying, you know what, now they're going to give us the Empress. That's fine. but it's also about that rejuvenation. I'm still going to bring that in because it's still in my mindset. It's saying because of that rejuvenation and that understanding, right? Even if you felt like you were in some kind of misdirected activity, it's okay because you know what? I'm still know where I'm standing on solid ground, and I have this understanding that shit, I put all this work in. Why would I turn around now? Now you can feel all that coming back to you, right? So this is where you're going to feel that nurturing, that accomplishment, feeling that growth, really feeling like you have evolved through this situation to actually get to where it is that you need to be. Of course, this is going to bring in new choices and new um, different decisions, because anytime that we have our rewards and we get to where we need to be, then we're now to the next gate. So you're like through one gate of accomplishment to the next gate of accomplishment. So now this is just going to open up more for you. And anytime it opens up more for you, it's like the universe is talking to you saying, okay, so Taurus, where do you want to go now? Where do you want to go now with this? Do you want to stay on this path? Are you good where you are now? Do you want to go somewhere else? Tell us where you're going. Where do you want to go? Right? You want to make this bigger and better? Can we make this bigger and better? Or do you want to try road B for a second and try to do something else? Right? So now this just kind of like, where are you? And it does feel like you're going to be kind of at a deadlock though about the decision though, Taurus, of what is next. Because there's no such thing as done, even though you're at the end game. That just means of the end game of this goal. Um, so I do feel like you're going to kind of be at a deadlock at this point, and you might just want to sit still for a second, right, and just enjoy, right, the peace, enjoy the reward, without really even wanting to actually make any heavy decisions. You might even have a Gemini or a Libra coming towards you, who's asking you, so where do you want to do this right now? And you're like, whoa, hold on a second. I just want to take a vacation. I want to relax. And it could just even be, a mental break vacation. There it is. What did I say? It's time to rest and relax. Time to retreat for a second. But, it's kind of crazy though, because the Four of Swords is really funny because as human beings, even though you think you're retreating, something's going to pop into your mind and it's going to make you want to plan for the future. Um, right? So it's almost like, oh, I'm relaxing, I'm relaxed. Hey, do you know, I was thinking maybe I should do this. That ain't much of a vacation though. Why? Because we never really 100% take a mental relaxation um, vacation, only for so long, right? Before something's going to pop into our little minds that says, hey, that's a good idea. Maybe I do want to do that. Or maybe I do want to take this and do this with it, or build on that. Or you know what, now that I'm done with this, I want to do that. So I don't feel like the recuperation is as long as it might seem, right? It could be a day, it could be 4 hours, you're right, it depends. But it does feel like no matter what, it's like you're going to get that in your, I still, yeah, it's kind of crazy because it says, but you're holding back from that situation. You're kind of like, yeah, I've got this idea. Oh my gosh. But you know what? I think I'm going to just chill for a second. I'm just going to kind of hold back for a second. I'm going to fence set on that, but keep that in mind, right? Let's keep that there. Let's kind of keep that in mind because I'm kind of hesitant right now. I don't know if I really want to move like that. So there is definitely something that's going on where you're just going to feel a little hesitant about this choice or about this aha feeling, whether it's coming from someone else or you're just like, yeah, that's a great idea, but you know what? I think I want to chill out for a second. Something like you're talking to yourself, right? Like, hold on a second. I need to relax. I mean, I just busted my butt. I don't want to move that fast. I'm tired. Right? But no matter what, it's still showing this courage, this passion, and this persistence with the strength card over here, where it's like saying, I'm hesitant to really want to focus on this situation, but I'm starting to see, even when it keeps popping up in my mind and replaying itself of what I just thought about or heard, I do kind of have this kind of, I don't know. It's kind of like I see the potential, right? I see the potential. She's got the infinity sign over her head. So she's like, I kind of see the potential over here. You know, somebody might have struck something, or something came in that you're very compassionate and very passionate about, that just kind of hit a core, you know, within yourself, right? Because it says you're ready for the next chapter within your life. You're ready. You're ready to move. You're ready for that next chapter. You're ready to dance with the universe. You are aligned with the universe at this time. And it's saying, you know what, as you're in this vortex, as you're in this portal, you know, of alignment and wholeness, which I'm telling you right now, guys, that's really what that video is about for manifestation. When you're in that alignment and that wholeness feeling, that feeling of being whole, um, that's definitely being in that vortex. That's great for manifesting, right? That's great for that LOA, that law on attraction, and that's where you really are, and you're feeling that attainment. You're definitely going to accomplish something. So even though you might be holding back from this idea right now, it's going to definitely be something that's going to keep creeping up on you, whatever that is, right? Because it's caught your attention, right? And right now, you're arriving at the new gate, right? And you're arriving strong. I mean, look, you got the Strength card, you got the Empress card, you got the Nine of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands. So somebody may even be piquing your creativity. But you're definitely focused on that determination for the zest of life, just feeling it, you know, feeling it all, feeling very confident. You know, Taurus is very good in that, you know, during that late, between the spring and the late spring to the early summer. Summer really is, you know, it's almost like spring kickstarts us Tauruses, but summer's really our place from the majority thereof. Um, And you know, if you're one of the ones that say, "Nah, it's not me," you know, it'll be till fall. Then maybe it'll be for fall. However, it is for you, right? Um, but I do know that most Tauruses do very well during, especially during Leo season. But just usually the summer in general, because it's kind of like sleepy Tauruses waking up into the spring, and then we get warmed up, and we're like, "Yeah, it's time to go play. It's time to make money. It's time to go." But it just feels like you're more aligned. You know, if you know that you're that person, you know, write it down in the comments, because I've majority of, you know, most Tauruses are this way. Unless you really, you know, you really have that winter piece inside of you, like a lot of you know, like Sagittarius, Capricorn, you know, a lot of winter in you, then you might not be. But for the majority thereof, most Tauruses do real well during the summer, and we seem to be the money makers during that time and get that creativity really flowing. Um, yeah, see, it's saying you came from a place where you have just realigned, like you have just super duper realigned yourself from an imbalance. And you went through a lot of self healing. The temperance of the reverse is not telling me that you need to realign. It's saying that this is the place that you've come from the past, when it's sitting on top of the strength, because it's saying, you've just realigned yourself. You're having that understanding. But, you know, we just talk about that anxiety, that worry, that I'm going to get there. And you're saying you just realigned yourself. Yeah, you just got yourself out of that maybe even resistance to want to change situation where you were, you know, but then you started breaking cycles, breaking negative stages from your life, getting that wheel of fortune to really move for you. Yeah. Having a lot of self improvement, taking back that control, keeping yourself in conservation. And that's the best thing for Taurus right there. I mean, this is for Taurus card. Keeping yourself in that conservative, conscious awareness of conservation, of where I'm keeping my money, keeping yourself frugal, but also keeping yourself very stable. Yep, waiting for the new phase. There it is. That's it right there. I mean, yeah, and I do think it's a message, and everything's going to move, starting up real quick. You're going to start moving in this new direction for you, right? As you're really traveling into this new, you know, new stage. It's a new phase, a new stage. You coming into summer, you know, you got to figure the universe or the planet itself, excuse me, has just made a new phase into summertime. It has 4 seasons, and you're just kind of, you know, following in suit with the seasons, right? You're just kind of like, oh, well, new season, new me, let's go. Hey, I reap my rewards though. So I don't know. It's just something about one, and you're going to manifest quickly. Wow, wait, I love that though. But that's because you're dancing with the universe. You're in super alignment. Guys, if you're seeing synchronicities, which I know a lot of you are, you have the infinity, you have the world, you have the alignment, you have the vortex, you have the judgment. I'm saying a lot of you are going to be seeing a lot of 111, 555, 2121. Look at the clock. Or 1221. And then maybe 444 for stability. But I'm seeing it. Yeah, this is like this is definitely your judgment call. This is where, with having this judgment call, and a new calling is coming. The trumpet is hollering to you. And they're trying to say, you know what, it's time for you to manifest. It's time for you for sudden action. It's time for swift change. You did what you were supposed to do. I told you this is the end game because it's the beginning of a new chapter. Go with the flow. Don't go against the universe. Yes, thank you. Do not go against law and attraction. Do not go which doesn't honor your highest calling of passion, compassion, love, what you love. You know, be accountable for what it is you truly want, what you feel is fair and balanced from the universe and to yourself. Because when you're doing it to yourself, you're doing it for the universe, right? Because I say it all the time, right? Because the universe wants to know. It's not about what they care about. They want to know what you care about, and then they follow in suit, right? That's what co-creating is. Being a co-creator. You put it out there, and then the universe says, okay, we'll see what we can do about that. You know? So they're saying it's time to take this accountability for the quick results. And if you do this and you stay in this alignment and you stay exactly where you are going to manifest the next results very fast because you found your footing. You found the dance with the universe. You found what it is you need because you are the queen. You are the empress. Let's just put it that way. Because I mean, the empress is all the queens together. But I was going to say you are the queen of wands right now, which is very good though, because remember, she can pretty much manifest anything out of thin air, right? So she's a very powerful, willpower and strength, a very secure woman. And it doesn't matter if you're male or female, okay? Just talking about cards here. That's just the divine feminine, it's the cards are a little different, right? But it doesn't matter. The point is that this is that having that determination. But look, you have the king. So for my males out here, you're the king of wands anyway, so it doesn't matter. It's just the difference is that he doesn't manifest. He works really hard. She manifests. See, there's the difference. That's the only difference. But even if you're working hard, you're still putting in, just all you're doing is putting in extra action, right? Because you're the natural born leader. But that's like taking, control, right? Because that's that focus, understanding. Back in the day, in the very beginning of the cards, the Queen of Wands was considered the witch card. She was considered the witch card because she has a cat and she's very mysterious, and because of her manifesting abilities of being able to, manifest things out of thin air. So she was considered the witch, which is kind of weird. It's like kind of crazy. It's kind of like, well, if she's the witch and you have the magician, it's like, where are we going here? But in seriousness, it was because she had a lot of answers and different kinds of answers, but she would have been like, who she reminds me of, like Glinda the Good Witch, in like the Wizard of Oz, because she's always happy, right? She's always happy. She's always, I mean, like she's got a sunflower, right? So she's not like the Wicked Witch of the West or nothing, but she just always seems to have a different kind of answer, but she's very strong, and she has that independence. But yeah, back in the days, yeah, she was considered the witch card. That was just because she was always mysterious, didn't really know, right? She's got that, and the cat. She represents the cat, the mysterious kitty. The curious cat, those Leos. Okay, so the Knight of Wands over here is talking about this energy and this passion and being inspired and taking that inspired action, because that's what they're saying, right? As you're moving with speedy action, the card that's representing it is the Knight of Wands, bringing in this beautiful Aries energy, saying because we have this impulsive action that's going to allow for you to become, and I love it too, because you have the Queen of Wands, who's just very sexy too in her own way, fire energy, passion, fire, sexy. So, and the Knight is coming in and very sexy and very unpredictable. I mean, so if you're really looking for love or taking your love to the next level, or if that's the new thing you're doing, like let's say I just got my job all fixed, now I'm looking for love. I'm looking for love, right? It's saying now is the time to move fearless into this love range, right? Remember though, my friends, I'm going to tell you again, as I have said before, remember when we are manifesting, we are going for what we want, but not for what we need, right? And it's not, and it's kind of a contradiction. Manifesting is a contradiction, and I've had people call me out on it, and it's okay, because it is contradicting. Because when you're manifesting, you are going for what you want, but you have to meet your energy and vibrate to what it is that you can truly, right, match. Law of attraction is about matching energy. Okay, so you don't always 100%, you get what you want, but you don't get what you want. You understand? Number two, the biggest rule in manifesting of why we don't get our manifestations is because we're too needy. If you say, I need, universe says, no, you don't need that. I'll tell you what you need. You need water, you need food, you need shelter, you need a job. Because we're based on the root chakra, natural instincts. The natural instincts of the body actually runs from the analytical ego mind, right? That's birds, animals. They seek shelter, food, water. Those are basic instincts ran on analytical mind. That's what the universe, right? But we as people have intuition and are built different, but you don't need, because if you're needy in certain, in these areas of material or what we believe we need, that doesn't match an energy. And if it does match an energy and you end up doing that, just remember that person's you. Whoa. Now remember what's going to happen. You guys are smart. You know what's going to happen. You're going to end up with a devil. Why? Because you're going to end up with codependency. You do not want a codependent person. Okay? So as soon as you step away from I need and you say, or I have to have, there's no such thing. That's not how we align ourselves. So the reason you're getting these things is because you've walked away from that. There was a time in your life when you were anxiety and you just said, you know what, just give me whatever. I'm just going to keep going, just whatever. Not even going to worry about it. Just, I'm just going to pray that it comes, whatever. But I don't need it. I don't have to have it. Because those all run your chakras backwards. And if you do manifest, it always comes out with the devil card. Because now you have attachments, right? If it happens. Sometimes, most of the time, it doesn't. And that's why people get stuck and they're like, I don't understand why it's coming. It's because you need it too much. You're too needy. Stop being so needy. You don't tell the universe, I need to have love. No, you are strong enough to love yourself. Show the universe you can love yourself. And then you can say, I love myself enough to love another. Because when you show need, it shows no self-love. It shows codependency, right? So those are things that we have to really work on, right? So I want you guys to understand when you come in all sexy and cute and charming, whether you're male or female, it doesn't matter. You're going to move fearlessly. And that's why this Knight of Wands is very important. Very important for this situation. It's going to help you understand what passion is. right? Without strings attached, or you see what I'm saying? Or too many high expectations. And remember, we don't know what the overall given outtake, how is it, outcome is going to happen. Meaning, do not put the restrictions. No more devil cards, right? Steer away from devil cards. And that means that, well, I can't meet them unless I'm here or there. Stop giving restrictions. The universe doesn't give restrictions because it can only get to you the way it needs to get to you. Let's see, there it is. You got to be kidding. You got to be kidding me. I split the deck and there it is. No devil cards. In fact, we're putting it upside down. No devil cards. Keep yourself unattached. Reach out to what it is you really truly need. You have, whether it's win or lose, you always keep in your mind, whether win or lose, I always go for the positive outcome. And you know what? It either happens or it doesn't. Don't give it an expectation, right? But make sure that you're always, living in the now. That's why I'm saying that there's a lot of contradicting things when it comes to this kind of thing. And I know it kind of confuses people. That's why I make the manifestation videos as easily as, I can. Because it does seem like when you're playing by the rules, some of the, it's like just go by the regular rules of the guidelines, right? I know, and I think that that's what took me a long time to understand manifesting too, because I'll do it one way, and then it was like, no, you can't do it like that. You have to do it this way. And it's like, what do you mean? You're confusing me. Yes, we need to teach it, learn it the right way, right? So that way we can move in the areas of our life the way we need to. Guys, you just keep going strong. You guys are strong. You know where you are, and you have the Wheel of Fortune. You're going to have the success and growth. You know exactly how to grow. You know what decisions to make, and you know where you're going. Stay away from negative outlook, and always, always, always stay away from being what? Wishy-washy. I don't know how many times I say it. And, it's like I say all the time, it's only you and Libra, my wishy-washy people, right? And that's great because I'm Libra moon and Taurus rising, so you can only imagine, or excuse me, a Taurus sun. I'm Leo rising, but you can only imagine how wishy-washy I can get, right? It's like, no delays. There's no delays. Do not allow delays. Do not allow these things to, overcome you. Just keep your emotional stability where it needs to be because you have the 9. Look at that. Now you have the 9 of Pentacles and the 9 of Cups. Can't get any better than that. And just believe. And even if you don't 100% see it now, just remember it's in the energy. Just keep believing because believing is succeeding. Tell my children that all the time. Believing is succeeding. You'll never get to anything if you can't believe it. Okay. Till next time. Peace and love, my friends. Bye-bye.